I got a YouTube. Pretty stoked to get this going. But yeah, welcome. Anyway, so this is going to be the first little series I'm doing on my third gen hemi-swap here for my 70 Coronet. So what I've done so far already, as you can see, my 318 and 904 engine have been removed. That is gone and sold to a kid in Oregon who has gone through it, repainted it, and put it actually into his 72 Dart, which is actually pretty sweet. So what I'm got going on for the car right now is I'm going to be dropping the suspension, and then I'm going to be going a full QA1 level 2 handling kit. Okay, and then I'm going to be ordering some really thick pulleys, some torsion bars from Hotchkiss, and make this thing handle like a freaking, like a train on rails, dude. I'm pretty excited. So anyway, here's the Hemi, 6.1 liter Hemi, complete with the NAG1 5-speed transmission. Right now I've got the Hooker Blackheart series long tube headers. They're an 1 7/8" primary tube going to a 3-inch collector, complete with O2 bungs already welded in. So that's pretty nice. And then you can see these super fancy, really nice coil pack covers, hand painted from my boy Kale at Cam Racing, and I'll put a link in the description to his YouTube channel so you can see how those got painted. But yeah, I told him I wanted like a rustic, kind of a beat up American flag thing going on, and dude, he friggin' nailed it. I'm really happy with that. So, but back to this turd. Yeah, so again, what I said, right now I'm gonna drop the suspension, and then I'm gonna get everything in here cleaned up. I'm probably going to reroute the battery into the trunk here, and then cut this out, and then turn this into my airbox. And then I'll open up this hole here in the core support so that I can have fresh air being drawn in through the grill straight into this airbox. It'll go into the throttle body there. So I ordered and installed the Willwood front disc brake kit. It's a Dynalite drill and slotted rotors. I had to reroute the proportioning valve from this side where the kit says onto this side, because otherwise the brake lines would be hitting the inner fender well, and that's no bueno. So moved them over to the other side, made new lines, and ran it, and the brakes work fantastic. So brakes are good, and the brakes in the rear are 11-inch drum brakes that are on my 8 3/4 with 323 gears, open gear. I will change that to a sure grip so that I can do some 2-wheel peel. It's gonna be pretty sweet. But as of right now, it's just gonna be smoking one legs. But yeah, man. Getting pretty close. I have to order a few things. I got to do an oil pan. I got to figure out like a belt situation, because with those headers I can't run the AC. So the AC is out, and I just got to get like a shorter belt. I'm sure I can just figure something out and buy something or whatever. But okay, and some other things that I'm going to be doing for the car, because I have to. Obviously I got to have like a custom drive shaft made. Drive shaft's got to be made. I'm going to be doing a standalone wiring kit for the NAG1 transmission, because as far as I know, I don't really think that there's a company out there that makes a wiring harness for the NAG1. I've heard there might be, but I'm going to look into that a little bit further. I'm going to be running the Holley Terminator X for the Hemi. As far as the interior goes, I got to do a gas pedal, because it's going to be fly-by-wire, and I got to do a shifter. I've still got to look into that and see how all that's going to go. I'm doing this and learning this all for the first time. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of I'm picking people's brains who have kind of done this kind of stuff before, but that's why I'm making this channel. That's why I'm making like this video series, so you guys can learn all the things to do, not to do as I go along. I mean, obviously I have general automotive knowledge. I work for Beale Air Force Base as a heavy equipment mechanic, but just as far as like, you know, this kind of stuff, I've never done it before, so I'm actually really excited to learn and enjoy this process here. So as far as a fuel system goes, I have to run an EFI compliant tank, and then I'm going to be doing a drop-in pump. I don't want to run an inline pump because that thing is just going to be louder than the Hemi itself. It's going to be louder than my phone too, so I don't really want to hear for freaking miles of driving. So I'm going to do an in-tank pump. I think that would just keep it a little bit cooler anyway, especially if I'm going to do power tour. Yeah, it's going to be a lot nicer just being in the tank. But anyway, that's what I got going on right now. So I'm going to get to work on dropping the front suspension. I'll post some pics and stuff on my Instagram and obviously on here as I go along and taking out the suspension. And then it's going to be a full QA1, which I am stoked about because this thing handles like a potato on a turnip truck. But anyway, that's it. Beat it!